Take one.
I'm Nick Payne.
I'm Hakeem Ali.
And I'm Big Daddy Dre.
And we are the House of Pain. And you're watching
The Squared Circle.
May 16th, 2017. Got a skeleton crew this week. I'm Hollywood Jay Williams, and Mr. Dangerous Dan is off this week, and Ruckus.
Oh, yeah, he's off this week.
He's not here.
No.
You can notice.
Right.
Right. Ruckus is here,
Ooh.
and I'm here.
We're working hard.
So others don't have to.
You bet your life.
YBYL. That's how it goes. We are here to defend, serve, and protect independent wrestling
And
and
MMA.
MMA.
Reality
fighting.
Reality fighting.
Featuring a guy named Davon Zimmerman. He don't believe he's related to you, but
How do you know he's not related to me?
I think you would have probably told me a long time ago.
Hey, you don't know everybody I know. I know people.
I know people too.
I'm related to people.
Well, so am I.
But right up the road, Ultimate MMA, Andrew Calandrelli's gym. He's been on the show, and
Correct.
Marissa, and I'm not going to destroy her last name because I can never pronounce it correctly. But Marissa is also an instructor there, and she's about to make her MMA pro debut. But professional gentleman behind us, Davon Zimmerman, is going to be at Reality Fighting at Mohegan Sun Arena on June 3rd.
In Uncasville.
In Uncasville, yeah, that's where
Correct.
Mohegan Sun is, unless they
Exactly.
moved it.
That's not.
Unless Malloy moved it out of state, but
Yeah. Unless they just moved out of state.
yeah. But there it is. Featured fighter, Davon Zimmerman. A few other fellas from Ultimate MMA down the road will be on the card. And as always, Reality Fighting is a great night of mixed martial arts action. And if you're a fan of the UFC, and if you're a fan of kickboxing, and any kind of MMA, it's a great night out. And Mohegan Sun obviously offers a lot of different things, but this being the premiere would be Saturday, June 3rd. And just hop out and get some tickets. You can stop by Ultimate MMA during business hours and get tickets directly from them. And you would actually be supporting your local fighter if you did that. But you can go to the box office at Mohegan Sun as well.
Interesting.
But yeah, and if you're interested, Ultimate MMA on State Street here in North Haven,
Right.
they offer classes and range from little kids to adults in jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. They have a female only boot camp.
Right.
And they also offer private instruction in nearly every sport and discipline that they teach. So anything that you need for your combat striking and MMA action, you go down to UMMA, Ultimate MMA CT in North Haven.
In North Haven.
And they also get their cards, their fighters on cards for Bellator and several other organizations. So if you want to become a professional fighter, that's the place to go.
That is definitely the place to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Ultimate fighting is different from wrestling, but
Right.
it's.
Oh yeah. The outcome is not predetermined by any means.
Yeah, it's a lot more hard hitting. Let's just say.
Yeah. And full disclosure, that's where Jacob Zimmerman, my son, trains with Davon Zimmerman. And he's very fortunate that he gets to train with guys of this caliber and learn from their expertise and their experience. So, he's 15 years old and he's in there with adults and mixing it up and in a safe environment, of course.
Of course.
And he's just ripping it up. You see my posts. He's there twice a week at least, and in addition to going to Paradise Alley twice a week. So, Jacob.
Well, that's going to make him more well-rounded, I think.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right.
Any sport, is you see athletes cross-training with other things. The guys in wrestling, wouldn't hurt to take gymnastics, dance moves,
No.
dance classes. It's all a matter of balance and being comfortable.
Coordination.
with your body, and particularly professional wrestling. There are moves that your body isn't normally doing and normally used to.
Right,
You're not
correct.
used to. You're not used to doing backflips and twists in midair and stuff like that. So, anything that can help you learn and become safe in that environment, like a gymnastics or a dance class, to get you more graceful on your feet and balance. So, the MMA is definitely helping Jacob not only with just conditioning and weight and self-defense, but it's also helping him with the wrestling as well, and it's definitely a compliment to any trainers, anyone that's interested in physical fitness and training.
Definitely. So check that out. Saturday, June 3rd. Definitely.
And last week I did want to just really quickly mention the book by Bailey.
Okay.
Not Bailey, excuse me.
AJ
Lee.
AJ
Lee Brooks.
Brooks.
I had the B on my head.
This
AJ
is
Lee
CM
Brooks.
Punk.
If you're a wrestling fan and you're going to buy this book, there's not a whole lot of wrestling in it. There's not a whole lot of her career in wrestling. She does cover how she got into it and very little of her days in the WWE. And she very briefly mentions, her now husband, CM Punk, Phillip Brooks.
Well, what is this book primarily about?
It's
then?
primarily about her life growing up, and her mother had some mental disabilities, and
Correct.
it turns out that AJ Lee, both of them went undiagnosed for quite some time, and AJ Lee also had the same mental disabilities. So it's more her challenges in growing up in a household like that, and her parents were poor and they were moving around, and and just her being always liking a new school, and not with the best clothes or the current clothes, and just as a kid growing up. And if you are interested in somebody's struggle and then her being a success at the end of the story, it's a good book in that. But if you're a wrestling fan looking for juicy wrestling backstage stories, or stories about her and
How she really got into the business.
right, yeah, she doesn't. I know she was trained by Jay Lethal, and Jay Lethal was not even mentioned in the book once. So it's not for those interested in wrestling per se.
Right.
It's she's wrote a memoir, but it's more about her life outside the ring and prior to getting into the ring.
Which could be interesting as well, but
Right.
if you were looking forward to hearing more about her training and whatnot.
Yeah, if you're looking for
Yeah.
backstage, dirt from the WWE, it isn't there.
It
It's
isn't
not
there.
Now, on the flip side, I also got Justin Roberts. I believe it's called The Best Seat in the House.
Okay.
Now, if you're interested in wrestling and you want to hear some backstage and some dirt on, what happens outside the ring and beyond the ring, this is the book to pick up for that kind of information. Justin Roberts does cover how he got into the business, and he started out doing independent local shows.
Correct.
And announcing for guys like Paradise Alley and guys,
Well, it started out much like an RJ Tooth did.
correct.
Right.
And commentating and doing things like that, and doing whatever he could to get into the business. And he was fortunate enough to get an interview and an audition with WWE after a lot of persistence on his part. And that's very inspirational, and it gives you some insight on you do whatever you can, and just always let them know that you're available, let them know that you're interested. And eventually he got into the WWE, and he goes over some of his treatment. I know there's a lot online about JBL being bullies, being a bully, and a few other people that just gave him a hard time. And it just seems that, especially maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, there was always you haze the rookie or the new guy, and in a lot of the sports now they're trying to go away from that. The football players, the rookies had to carry the older guys' gear, and they made them wear dresses on the road, and silly stuff like that.
That's kind of, ridiculous.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
ridiculous way to have to earn somebody's respect.
Right, but it did happen, and of course, you see now, it happened in fraternities and stuff like that. So it's like the old guys and the veterans just breaking chops, and on
The
the
newer
new
people.
guys, the
Right.
greenies coming in.
Right.
But it seemed like because he was an announcer and not a worker, they treated him as less of a person. And even, the front office, he was told, many times that anybody could do his job. And, I disagree with it. I mean, the guy like Howard Finkel and certainly Justin Roberts to get in there and hype the crowd up and really, put some emotion and that out there and get it, now entering. Because, if you did it, it would kind of be boring. You have the monotone and you'd be like, now entering the ring, Joe versus Bob, and, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I got
So-
the deep voice. I mean,
yeah.
I would have to try to make it colorful.
Right.
Right.
And
Right.
for somebody to get out there and almost be like over the top and flamboyant, flamboyant that, where you had the Howard Finkel that could, command the attention of a Madison Square Garden. So it's very good. I would highly recommend Justin Roberts' book if you want some of the inside stories of the inner workings of WWE. He worked, he tried to get into and know the entire business. So including the production and he worked in Stanford for a while doing archiving in the video.
Right.
In the video archives, which had to be a blast because now you had, every single match, that you can ever imagine. Their video archives got to be amazing. So having access to that and be able to, look at that and just go redo the commentary over, Jesse and Bobby the Brain's voices and even Vince McMahon's, and stuff like that, and to be able to just have that at your fingertips is something else. So it's a great story. It's very good. And I'm currently reading the new book about NXT and how that came about, and it's
That's got to be an interesting story too, because that was initially an independent territory in Florida.
right. Florida.
And-
Well, it was owned by Florida Championship Wrestling was always a territory of the WWE, and it was their minor leagues, so to speak. And Hunter, Triple H, Paul Levesque, however you want to call him, went in there and revamped it, and it is the product we see on the WWE network now, the NXT product, and so it's kind of like their minor leagues,
Right.
and it's a training ground, and it's a book that is on the WWE book imprint, so
Right.
it's obviously going to be
Pro yeah, right.
WWE, and it's really aggrandizing his accomplishment, Hunter's accomplishment there. But that being said, it was a risky move on the part of the WWE, and Vince kind of gave it to Triple H to see what he can do with it, and he did turn it into a success. And the good thing is it's somewhere that a lot of these guys can go and learn how to become a WWE superstar. And we've seen Sami Zayn come out of there, and Kevin Owens, and of course Charlotte Bayley.
I think it says a lot about you as an indie wrestler to even be considered to have a tryout for NXT.
Right.
Because statistically speaking, most people don't make it to the big leagues.
Right.
The WWE.
Right. The show. Yeah.
Impact.
Right.
What was once known as TNA.
Right. Yep.
Even ROH for that matter.
Right.
But,
Right.
it's,
Well, the thing with wrestling is, there is no farm system, minor leagues.
Right.
There's not even like a college, you could play college basketball and get recruited by the NBA. You can play, college football. So there is no real quote unquote. There is no farm system or way to get in. There's so many independent,
that's
as we cover.
basically it is the independent promotions.
Right.
that
And
crop up everywhere. Every state has them.
Right.
Every country has
Right.
them. Every part of every country has them.
But there's also no standardized training. If you come up through like Pop Warner football,
Right.
it's a pretty much, they all are on the same rule book and the same training and the same rules. Football is universally accepted rules and how to go about playing in baseball and basketball. And,
With indie promotions, every school has their own way of teaching. you.
Right, and
Right.
and there are stories that you have to unlearn things that you do on the indies to get into the WWE. They do things differently.
Well, I think more or less what it is once you get there, they're going to mold you into what they want you to be.
Right, right,
I have a call coming through on
right.
my group page. I don't
Yep,
know. That's
yep.
interesting.
I don't know.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
put it up. Put it up against your mic. We'll try that.
Let's
Put it
try
on
that.
speaker.
Hello.
Jay,
You're live on the air.
You're live on the air.
what's up, gentlemen?
What's
What's
up?
going on?
How we doing this evening?
Great. Can we get you to call the station number?
I called the station number. I went to the answering machine.
It went to the answering machine.
Well.
Sir, yes, sir.
Ah.
That's interesting. We don't know why.
No, that's not it.
We have no idea.
Fix the microphone. Huh? We'll do it this way.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll just do it this way. And how are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing fine this good evening. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Doing excellent. I got to commend you on your performance Saturday at Gold Rush. We were, honored to be there and be able to show some footage a little later on. But as always, you're the fan favorite. You come out and you get such a reaction with this character of Sergeant Murray, and it's a thrill to watch.
Well, I am very humbled and honored to be able to do that. It's like again, it's life imitates art, imitates life, and like we've talked about it, Sam, Jay, and I don't know if the professors are either, but good evening to all you gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's just
Just
it. Just
Jason-
John and myself.
Yeah,
tonight.
just two of us tonight.
Okay, well, I'm very proud of what I did. I'm very proud of what I do. And if it makes people happy, and I can be an extension of that happiness for, however long my match is or however long the show goes, and that makes it all worthwhile, Dan's a good guy. I wrestled Dan 4 years ago, and, he ain't changed. He's still hard-hitting, and, we'll see him down the road, but, we had a good match. It was a good tough match, but it was good, and I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Dan from up in Massachusetts. We're actually going to be showing a few minutes of the ending of that match between yourself and Dan the Man
Yep.
tonight.
Dan the Man, of course.
Yeah.
The big thing, I think, and we're gonna touch on it right now because I don't know how much time you guys got, but we're gonna touch on the autism show that's coming up. We're trying to fix that, and I'm not gonna go into it because it's not worth
Yep.
the time giving him any press at all.
Yep.
I agree with you.
June 25th, 3 p.m. at the ice rink in East Haven.
Right, that was originally scheduled for the night before the 24th, but
Right.
come to
Yeah,
find out there's...
It's conflicts with stuff going on in East Haven. It just might be smarter. It's their fireworks that night. So
Correct.
we're gonna do it. The show is called Ring of Dreams, to give all those kids, to give them, a little bit of hope. And we've already been in contact with the ASRC. We're working with them again, hand in hand. And, like Mario said and Roma said, we're going to right this wrong. We're going to make this right, and we want everybody to come out and support the cause. We're not even caring as much about the company. We just want everybody to know that, we weren't part of that. And I think that they know that now. And after Saturday night, and we just want to put, 110% into it.
Mm-hmm.
And give those folks that money that they should have gotten in the first place.
Right, a lot has to be done, I feel, in the way of advertising for this.
Yeah.
Right, that's, you can definitely, the Squared Circle is there for you. The other shows will be there for you, I'm sure. I think we're all going to band together on this one and definitely get out there and spread the word. Go out, flyer cards if you have to, whatever you gotta do.
Right.
Yep. If we want to talk about shows that are coming, we got the Big Danbury show. We're going to be down there at the PAL building.
Right.
The Rumble in Paradise. And up for grabs is the newly minted PAPW United States Championship title. And I'm not saying I'm that guy, but I think it looked pretty dang good around the waist of somebody that's about what that title represents. That title, the United States title, in other organizations has a long lineage. you know, I would be, again, honored and humbled if I could pull off that win in the Rumble. You know, we got a lot of heavy hitters in the Rumble.
I know. I happen to know.
Trey, you got,
Okay.
you got 5-star guys, Matthias,
Mm-hmm.
Big Jim, who smash a truck if you let him. There's a lot of heavy hitters, and so I mean, we got a lot of guys that we gotta look, that I gotta look at and look through before I can even get there. But that's what we're looking at, June 17th down to PAL building in Danbury. There's gonna be a contract signing for the IC strap between Williams and RJ Root. So that's gonna be a good show too. But that's what we have on deck right now. A little sore from Saturday night. Dan likes to hit a little harder than the average bear.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I was going to say.
Works a little stiff.
Right.
Yeah,
For the
Rumble, I
Rumble,
know myself, but
I recently got, I guess you could call it an exchange student, but I have a young man staying with us now by the name of Zachariah Gibbs. And I know he's training down at Paradise Alley to get ready for this Rumble. What do you think of this new kid coming in?
he's a big kid. I don't know if he's trying to do that rump skiller thing and get out of his area for a little bit, or what.
We're
We
losing
seem
you
to be
around.
losing you.
Yeah.
Height and his size and his age more than anything. Again, you don't sleep on anybody. I don't care if you're brand new or you're a 20-year vet and you're on your way out the door. You don't sleep on anybody. But he's impressing me. I've worked him a little bit. He's kind of natural, so we're going to see what happens. But I think he's going to have a little bit of fun. I think it's going to be a culture shock to him. I've been seeing that he's kind of not adjusting to the horseless carriages, as you call them, Zim.
Yeah. I was trying to get him down to the studio tonight, and he was afraid of the horseless buggy.
Right.
Well, I'm going to show him the pedalless bicycle tomorrow. I think I'm going to take the motorcycle down to the school, see how he reacts to that then.
Nice.
Right. See what happens there.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, again, we wish you all the success in the world, and your career, which we've been fortunate to follow, is just getting bigger and bigger, and and just I can't say enough how much the fans have reacted to you because it is your personality and because you are that guy.
Right.
Well, and I can honestly say that I really appreciate y'all. You've been there since day one, literally since day one. And I just want to thank y'all for letting me call in, giving me the opportunity to talk to everybody out there in TV land and on the interwebs. And again, June 17th down to PAL Center in Danbury.
Yep.
We're going to give you all a good show. And then, the June 25th show, excuse me, Ring of Dreams for ASRC and autism, righting the wrong.
Yep.
We're going to make it right. We really, we love the fans that come out to every single show. But if you're going to be picky, and I know times are tough and people got to watch their pennies, but if you're going to pick a show, please come out and support the autism show, because we really want to help these folks out and replace the money that that was not done properly.
Right.
Don't be discouraged by a low turnout.
Yes.
Over the past weekend. The
weather, Mother's Day, but we won't go there. But the fans,
we know who our diehard fans are.
We are.
And we have good fans, and it was a big weekend. My nephew graduated from UNH this weekend. There were a ton of graduations, so I mean, we know people that can make it and you can't. You got family obligations, and we totally accept that. But again, if the fans watching out there, if you're listening, we love you at every show. But if you can make one show this year, we really appreciate it if y'all come out to the Ring of Dreams and support autism and ASRC, and let's help these folks out again.
All right. With that, Mr. Sergeant Murray, Well, we'll let you get back to work, and we really appreciate you calling in. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for taking the call.
Absolutely.
God bless America.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sergeant
Sergeant Murray, of course, you've
ladies
seen
and
him here in
gentlemen.
the studio.
Right. Something wrong with the phone.
It's all right,
He
it
was able
happens.
to contact me through
Yeah,
Facebook.
hey, it worked.
Why not?
Hopefully, the volume was okay.
Right.
But we're talking about Sergeant Murray. We're talking about Gold Rush. Why don't we hop right into it?
Why don't we hop into what we have available for your viewing pleasure from PAPW Gold Rush, which took place this past Saturday evening.
We can
And
talk a little bit while it's on.
We're definitely gonna need to talk over it.
Yeah, 'cause yeah.
Right. Because let's just say we were having our own conversations and
And the crow's
microphone
nest.
was picking us up.
Oh, there's the House of Pain again.
The House of Pain again.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Can never see enough of the House of Pain. So.
I don't think so. So we'll be getting to that momentarily.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
We'd like to welcome our new intern, Matt, onto the show. It's his first night, and apparently it's his first night. That's
yeah,
okay.
they're having technical issues. They'll have it ready
but,
for us momentarily.
We're not going to lay that all on Matt, but no. Again, here at NHTV, it's not about us.
Right.
It's about the guys in the back getting some experience and moving on with a career in broadcasting. And we've been fortunate to have some wonderful fellas and ladies come through and help us with our show, and we've helped them, get some experience in the booth, doing some camera work, doing some graphics, doing some editing,
Absolutely.
and everything that's involved in putting this fine show together. And we thank each and every one of the interns that come in and help us out, including somebody on the first day.
Right.
It's bound to happen. Things, technical difficulties, but that's why we're here, so that these folks can get onto a career and learn from any snafus that happen here. That they get into a professional environment and they
And
know
then
how
that
to
won't
react.
happen.
Right.
Right.
It won't happen, or they know how to fix it.
Not calling ourselves
They know how to
an
react.
unprofessional environment, of course.
Well, we're a professional at something. This is just what I don't know. But no, the interns do a great job, and we are honored to have them help us out and do the job that they do, because they make us look good. And again, they're getting real world experience on some of the most up-to-date, top-notch equipment. Top-notch equipment that that's out there. And some of the other stations similar to ours don't have the equipment
No.
that they have here.
Yeah.
And that's just a tribute to our station manager, Walter Mann.
Right.
Getting
The things they're able to do here versus other places are phenomenal.
Right.
Right.
So, and I was having a conversation earlier with Walter Mann about we're on the precipice of being able to broadcast live from the events, and it's just a matter of a few more pieces with technology and budget concerns, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
But isn't that going to be amazing if we were able to ever pull that off?
yeah,
If we're ever at that East Haven ice rink
and able to broadcast.
and able to broadcast.
Yeah.
And how great would that be
Oh, that would be a
for
blast.
for all of the companies that we've been dealing with?
Right.
To be able to,
And not only for our show, but for the live football. Not everybody can get out to the games, and
No.
and we do cover North Haven football. Excuse me,
Right.
North Haven High School football.
North Haven High School
all their
football.
home games.
Right.
At the moment, we film them and show them, at a later time. But
Right.
imagine being able to go multi-camera live,
Mm.
and that would be an experience for the interns, being able to just do something live. So, you film it, you can go back and fix it and edit it and fool around. But if you're live, especially at a sporting event where things move at a rapid rate, if you've got multiple cameras, guys on the field, guys on the sidelines, guys in the truck, that's a huge experience and a really good life lesson for somebody that wants to make a career out of broadcasting.
Absolutely.
So we must say that it's exciting time at North Haven Television to be here. And again, to all the interns and particularly, especially our station manager, Walter Mann.
thank them very, very, very much. I guess while we're waiting for it to come up,
Yep.
they're gonna let me know through the earpiece.
Gotcha.
All right. We'll just go into. I'll just run down the list of what's coming up.
Yep.
And we'll go right in order. PvP themselves added a couple more dates, getting into August.
Nice.
I gotta hand it to my friends up there. They are expanding rapidly throughout the Pioneer Valley area.
Right.
Right. I mean, I could tell
Well,
you.
where are
right
they
now.
going? Tell me where they're going.
I could tell you right now. Well, the season finale June 10th at the American Legion once again. But in addition to that, June 17th. Don't know about that one because we were just
You
covering.
got to be in Paradise Alley.
Paradise Alley.
Yep.
But anybody up in that area, you have a choice that night. You can either go to Paradise Alley in Danbury, or if you want PvP, Donahue School of Holyoke, Morris A. Donahue Elementary, 210 Whiting Farms Road in Holyoke, Mass.
Yep.
They're making their debut there. Tag Team Championship, East Coast Bastard Crew, the current champions, take on Big Bacon and Sexy Jesus, otherwise known as the Closers,
Right.
who, they're good, but I just miss Joey.
Joseph DiNucci, of course.
Right, he just, put that whole...
Well, it's no secret. I'm one of his biggest fans. So,
You are, you are.
It's not the same without him.
It's absolutely
you know.
not the same without him.
And you know what? There's nobody. There's a voice and a manager that nobody can replace. It's, he's such a unique person, a unique talent that, he's sorely missed. And I'm hoping, this is just a little vacation for him, a little time off, and
A
and he'll
little
come
maybe
back.
much needed time off.
Yeah.
Been doing, he's been out there managing for about 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
And he's taken a whole
Great
bunch of bumps, and
Right.
which is for a non-worker, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, let him sit on a beach someplace for the time being.
Oh, yeah.
And enjoy himself
Yeah.
for a change, and reap the benefits of all he's accomplished.
Oh, of course.
And hopefully, he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Right. In addition to that, Johnny Idol, the current champion, Skyler, Cold Steel, Chuck O'Neal, who used to be a former MMA fighter,
Yep.
Wrecking Ball, Bobby Ocean, Teddy Goods, The Lockup, and much, much more. That's June 17th. July 15th, they actually added, I rephrased that, three more events besides that. July 15th, they'll be returning to Maximum Capacity in Chicopee, Massachusetts. It's a kind of a bar, but it's where they had their Grappler Awards.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have a separate kind of banquet room.
Okay.
And I looked at the pictures on Facebook, and it looked like they pulled it off really good.
Yeah. Nice.
Right. They had about 2 or 3 rows there on all sides of the ring. They had elevated seating, let's just say.
Okay.
Right.
Nice. Well,
So-
Pioneer Valley definitely has their hardcore fans,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost like a throwback to like the ECW guys, where, if you go to a Pioneer Valley show, you see like the same people in the same seats,
Mm-hmm.
and they definitely have their hardcore, fans that come out.
They have their base.
and and they're always adding to it, and I think once people see the product and and we watch it here on the show, you become hooked. And like all the independent shows, you're up close and personal. You've got the best seat in the house, and you get to meet the guys and interact with them. And they're not just these guys that you see on TV, or you go into like a civic center or a huge arena,
Right.
and they're so far away from you, you don't have access to them.
Or you need a special kind of package deal. in
Right?
order to
Yeah,
get,
you got to spend $8 zillion to
just to hobnob with them.
Right.
They're out there. They're now, of course, they're trying to peddle merchandise. Don't get us
Right.
wrong.
Yeah, but
some of them are,
even with that, if you buy a shirt from an independent wrestler, you're supporting that independent wrestler, not and I'm not condemning WWE because I'm a stockholder. Go buy some stock, go buy some merch from them and make the stock go up. But at any rate, you're dealing with on a grassroots level, you're dealing directly with that wrestler and you're supporting his career and maybe giving him the gas money to get home that night or to the next event.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it's a lot. It's a whole different atmosphere, and like I said, you get to get autographs and pictures, and you know, we were just talking to Sergeant Murray, and the kids love, you know, him and Kenny Roberts. You know,
Right.
they can't get enough of these two guys, and you know, kids, you know, especially for small kids and families on a smaller budget, you know, they get up close and personal. They get their pictures, they get, you know, autographs, and you know, I met a wrestler tonight, you know, and you know, it's a lot of fun, and it's good to see families and you know, young people out there and getting into it, and like I said, supporting your local wrestlers and your local independent show.
Absolutely. So, but getting back to this Max Cap, I guess it's sort of like a Toads, but in Chicopee, Mass.
Okay.
Should be interesting. That's 116 School Street, Chicopee. In addition to that, you know, you're talking a year ago. They were just Hadley and South Hadley.
Right.
Hadley and South Hadley.
Yeah.
Now they got Chicopee, Holyoke. Now going on to August 12th, they're debuting at the Cove in Southwick. The Cove is a banquet facility, wedding facility. It's also, Southwick is also the hometown of their dog Jeremy Leary.
Oh, there you go.
So he doesn't really have very far to travel at all. He's going to really like that.
Yeah. I hope he personally gives you directions, because I think that PvP is booking all these new places just to see if you can find them.
Maybe. Are they trying to get me lost?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It's a challenge.
you don't need help with that.
Let's challenge the squared circle. That's all.
Yeah.
Right, definitely. So, I mean, Larry was on social media earlier saying, hey, if you've never seen me wrestle and you're from my hometown, now you don't have an excuse.
Right.
You can come right to the Cove in Southwick. In addition, they will be back at the Pack in South Hadley, and that will be on August 19th. The Pack in South Hadley, referring to the Polish American Citizens Club.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
They're basically their second home base.
Yep.
So a lot going on there.
Yep.
Right, and we covered Paradise Alley, of course.
Right, and you know, the Police Athletic League show is a direct benefit for that Police Athletic League in Danbury. So, you know, and they are using that money to, I believe, to have their basketball team be able to travel to away games.
Right.
So, you know, again, you see where your money's going. You go out and you support these, you know, these independent shows, and you're supporting, you know, either a charity or directly the person that you're watching perform, you know, and not a mega corporation. So, it's fun, you know. It's heartwarming to see, you know, these guys go out there and put on, you know, their all, and then you can go shake their hand and thank them in person. So, it's a different atmosphere.
Different atmosphere. You definitely got to love it. What else we got here? We got our friends at Blitzkrieg.
Yes.
We got a caller.
We got a call. Wow, look at that.
Why don't we take this call here? And we'll talk
Good evening. You're live on the Squared Circle.
It's good to be a boxing fan here in 2017.
Oh, there he is.
Good word.
Gentlemen, I've usually been busy on Tuesday nights, but I had a chance to watch tonight and call in. And I just want to say, as a fan of the sweet science, and I know it's a little bit out of your program material, but it is good to be a boxing fan, especially September 16th.
Yes.
When Canelo Alvarez, and not Triple H, but Triple G, Gennady Golovkin,
Yep.
get into the ring and settle the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. And I'm just praying to God that it's in Las Vegas, because I want to go.
Nice.
Another excuse to get out there.
Well, when you're out there, you got to see Richard Cheese.
Right.
Well, I know Jerry Jones is making a big pitch to have it in his stadium. The Dallas Cowboys are away that weekend of the fight. And I guess there's a rumor that Tony Romo might be the ring card girl, so I don't know about that.
Hey, you know what? It would probably be the best action they've seen in that arena, in that stadium.
Well, it'd be a lot better than that Canelo Alvarez, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight that I wasted $60 watching on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was a horrible fight. But I wanted to get your take, and I heard you guys talking about that MMA before,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we talked about it before, but do you guys have a take on this Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fiasco, which I think may happen before the end of the year?
You would have to talk to John on that. I really.
Yeah, you know, I really think it's going to be impossible to live up to the hype.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mayweather definitely has the advantage because it's going to be a boxing match. And obviously he's the pure boxer out of the two of them. You know, that being said, you know, McGregor, if he's going to take the fight and it's going to happen, I'm sure he's going to be in the best shape of his entire career in order not to go out and embarrass himself.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think what you mentioned, it's not really going to be a sporting match. I think it's going to be an event.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of years ago, and I'm sure you guys remember this a little bit, when Evel Knievel wanted to jump the Snake River Canyon.
Right,
You know,
right.
It became more an event than
Well, you know,
anything else.
I mean, we're going back to, you know, Muhammad Ali and Antonio Inoki.
Yes.
You know, and here you had, you know, one of the world's, you know, top wrestlers at the time versus undoubtedly the top boxer on the planet at that time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's really hard. And going back to, like, the dawn of the UFC, where you did have guys that, you know, there was no such thing as, you know, an MMA gym at that time. And you had guys going up against each other from different disciplines. And when you saw, like Royce Gracie, who was a jiu-jitsu, you know, his family created Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And he would go in there against the boxer. And the boxer, as long as they were standing up, the boxer was, you know, the great, you know, the better of the two. But Royce Gracie got him on the ground, and now a boxer has no clue of what to do.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, when you get knocked down, you're supposed to go to a neutral corner.
Right, and you know, if you watch the early UFC, there were times where there was a sumo wrestler and he got knocked down, and it was, you know, normally in sumo when you get knocked down, your opponent goes to a neutral corner. Well, the sumo's looking for the ref to get this guy off of him. No, that didn't happen. You know, once you get knocked down, the other guy jumped on him and beat the living snot out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know,
it's crazy, but anyway, gentlemen, I very rarely get a chance to call in, and I wanted to take advantage of it tonight to say, Jay, I wanted to ask, are you running Brantford?
I will be running Brantford.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you. And I thought I saw on Facebook that Dangerous Dan may be doing it as well, huh?
He's gearing up right. He's been training real hard.
yeah.
You know?
Good. Good. He'll do fine.
Hey, I do want to ask you, upcoming Talking with Tom. When's your next episode? And
Hey, actually, it's Sunday. Sunday will be at the American Steam Cheeseburger, and thank you, John, for the plug. American Steam Cheeseburgers, Sunday afternoon at 2:00.
And do you know if you have a guest person?
Actually, we do. Can I say it?
Go right
Yeah.
ahead.
Mario Mancini is stopping down, and Big Jim Anderson, I believe.
Yes.
Big
Yes.
Jim Anderson will also be gracing our presence
Next week, next Tuesday.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
yeah.
So, speaking of Mario, I thought I saw him just walk across the screen. I
Yes,
see
he
you got the
did.
wrestling
Yes, he
on
did.
there
We
now.
finally got the.
All right, gentlemen, I'll let you go. I know I'm up against the match here, but
Thank you.
thank you, gentlemen.
Not a
Thank you,
problem,
sir. Ed
All right, have a
McCarver.
good night.
We'll see you on Father's Day.
Thank you.
All right, good. Yeah, all right, bye-bye.
Good night now.
Right. Well, all of us participating in the Brantford Road Race. We got to get you involved with that now.
No.
Ah, come on.
No. The only thing I run to is the buffet. So.
There we have. Here is the aforementioned footage with Sergeant Murray
And Dan DeMann.
and Dan DeMann. Dan DeMann, a big veteran of the local indie scene, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, you
Yeah,
name it, New
right.
England area. Right. Murray here is not, faring too well so far. Right. I love the view of the ring we got.
Oh, yeah.
That we were up in a skybox.
Yeah, we had the skybox.
Official skybox of the squared circle.
Right. That seems to be our spot in the East Haven Veterans Memorial Ice Rink.
Right, exactly. perfect location. Wow.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but we're interested in finding, like Pioneer Valley is branching out and finding new venues. We're also interested in finding new venues for Paradise Alley, because once the hockey season starts,
Right.
I don't believe that venue is going to be available to us.
No, and we would have to go back to Melillo.
The ring would not fare very well on the ice, and
No.
the ice would not fare very well once these behemoths get in the ring and start pounding on one another. I think we'd have some cracked ice underneath there.
Absolutely, yeah. Unless everybody wants to go out there on ice skates and
Be interesting.
right. There's always go back to Melillo, but we don't really, want to.
Well,
be in a position where we're turning people away.
Right. So
Right.
the future will hold,
Right.
where we're going to have some events, but at the moment,
No,
here's a reversal from Murray.
Exactly. Getting back to what Sergeant Murray was saying, I think it would be great to see him become the first ever United States champion for Paradise Alley.
Well,
Right.
it is
It's very fitting.
it is a Rumble match, and
Right.
everybody's got a shot.
Right.
And it's the inaugural match for the first
Right.
United States champion of Paradise Alley.
Of Paradise Alley, not the first United States champion altogether. Of course not, but
And there's
Paradise
Sergeant Murray
Alley.
getting the win.
Sergeant Murray getting the win. Right. And the red, white, and blue is right over there,
Yes.
right behind him. God bless America. Sergeant Murray, we're going to get him back on the, we're going to get him down here next time.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right.
And he's we know he's a hardworking guy, and so he's always busy. And he's also a very, very strong family man. So, a lot of people are demanding of his time. So
Exactly.
we appreciate him calling in, taking his time out. And
Absolutely.
always, and he's grateful to the fans. He's without a doubt a class act from the minute he goes out that curtain to the minute he goes back, and
Right.
again interacting with the fans and the kids, and he can't get enough of it.
Right, absolutely. The crowd's getting into it.
Oh yeah.
Right. Can't see the crowd, but they're definitely getting into Sergeant Murray.
Yep.
Right. See what else we have coming up here on this reel. 'Cause I know I prepared this match separately,
Okay.
and then there were some other matches that were coming back to us for the moment.
Yep.
Sergeant Murray, ladies and gentlemen.
Great job.
Right. See whether or not we have part two. If not, there's always next week, of
Yeah.
course.
And I know,
Right.
Sergeant Murray, I know because I was there waiting for him. He's one of the first guys at the arena, and he's instrumental in setting up the ring and getting everybody motivated and getting squaring everything away.
Yeah, a lot goes on behind the scenes
Yeah.
in these productions
And
that nobody, could possibly think of.
yeah, and I'm fortunate enough and happy to be a part of it and be able to help set up the ring and the chairs and everything, do our little part.
There's work, there's planning.
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
There's
And
long
do-
range planning.
Do our part for the privilege of not only having those guys on our show, but Jacob helping out and getting in the ring also, at the school and learning. So, we here, my sons and I and our friends and you and Professor Bill. Professor Bill is in there, hauling the wood and the ring posts and all that and.
He's pretty much doing that at the end and the beginning, helping
Yeah,
out, and
yeah,
so
so-
gopher pretty much for
Yeah.
whatever they need.
I'll tell you, the professor is probably like the hardest working guy in the roster over there.
I think so.
Because the guys are getting ready for their matches and stuff, and so Bill gets gets to wear many hats over there.
Like PvP, Ms. Joanna Robinson, who does the national anthem, always running around helping that, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Run here, get this. I left this back home. Go get that kind of thing, and running in and changing and running to do the national anthem
Right.
and running around like crazy the whole card. That's kind of like what Bill does.
And we do have to acknowledge there's a woman named Lenore who is involved in a lot of the events that go on in East Haven, and she goes out of her way to help out Paradise Alley and be at the events. And I know she tapped you for possibly a red carpet event.
Tapped us for a red carpet event June 2nd. There
Yeah.
is a Blitzkrieg show that evening.
But
But, I don't know.
you never know.
I mean, we have to find out more about this red carpet event
Yeah.
that Lenore is speaking.
But a big shout out to Lenore for she gets some of the concessions donated. That Paradise Alley is able to sell, and she gets out there and she because she's such a big figure in the town of East Haven, that she gets the word out there on. I think she was on like 20 different social media pages on Saturday, getting the word out there. Hey, come on down and come join us. And also the 2 different animal shelters were beneficiaries of the ticket sales from this past Saturday. So $5 from every ticket sale went to two local animal shelters. So, and they also had a donation jar, and that definitely the representatives of those animal shelters were there and did receive all of the monies that were due to them. So, it's just giving back, and we totally support that, and we believe that, and with Dan setting up the food drives and just giving back. And on the 25th of June now,
Right.
just got changed, but the 25th of June, the autism show and giving back to that. And
3 p.m. start time.
right.
Early in, early out.
Yep.
Right.
That's great. It's a nice Sunday afternoon, and you can go to a Sunday dinner. So, hoping the local economy too. So you get out of the wrestling show, you go over,
I guess if we go to maybe Twin Pines or what have
well,
you.
Tollies, or
Tollies.
Well,
of
if
course.
you're in East Haven, you got to have pizza. Come on, come on.
Oh, you're right.
Right,
Yeah, there's
you're right. You're
Tollies,
right there.
There's down Foxen area. There's Capitoros. There's John and Maria's.
John and Maria's. That's
Mhm.
yeah, of course.
They're all out there.
Yep, Agnello's right there next to Stop and Shop, or where we do our food drive.
Why be wild?
Agnello's is great.
And yellows, yeah.
Yeah,
Take your pick.
Agnello's, no.
Agnello's, Agnello's.
Agnello's?
I believe it's Agnello's.
I think it's,
I don't know.
I don't know. Who's got the Italian dictionary? But at any rate, yeah, while you're in East Haven, you definitely have to partake of the pizza over there. So
No.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're
a lot
not
of
too
fun.
far from Worcester Street either.
that's true too.
State Street,
Yeah.
next to Christopher Martin's.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Modern.
Modern.
Modern pizza.
Right. Now I'm
Oh,
getting-
I didn't know you were searching for the name, but
I'm
Trying to make me say it.
I'm almost getting hungry for pizza.
I
now.
know, right?
What is this here?
where's our catering tonight? Because there was only the 2 of us,
Right.
we didn't partake, but.
You didn't oh well. There's plenty of food around us, of course.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Right. Go away hungry on
American
Route 5.
Steam. Go down the right over the Wallingford to American Steam,
That's it.
and see the mayor over there, the unofficial mayor of Wallingford, Thomas Stacy.
But if anybody feels real ambitious over the weekend, LPW Lucky Pro Wrestling Stampede. That's a 6:30 start time. The Clark Memorial YMCA 155 Central Street, Winkenden, Massachusetts.
Now you're
That's-
just making stuff up.
I'm not making stuff up.
Winkenden.
Winchendon, maybe. It's kind of near the New Hampshire line.
Ah.
It's like a 2-hour, 15-minute drive. I
From
looked
here,
up. Yeah.
At least it's not, in Idaho.
No, I wouldn't make anybody fly out to Idaho
Right.
or North Dakota or Nebraska
Right.
or maybe Hawaii.
I don't know. Are there any cards in Hawaii?
They're probably there. I think there's companies in all 50 states. John.
I got it. Yeah. True.
Right.
I don't know about Alaska. I don't know, are they wrestling up in Alaska?
You know
I
what?
think they're wrestling polar bears to get
You know where
to get
they're
the high.
wrestling?
That's about it.
They're wrestling in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Philippine Wrestling Revolution.
Wow.
Yeah.
PWR.
PWR. Yeah. Look that one up on social media.
There you go.
Right. I said they're in all countries everywhere.
Right. Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Right. There's more wrestlers out there not working for Vince. Than
Oh,
do,
of course.
Than do work
Oh,
for
of
Vince.
course, of course.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Right.
Just like there's more musicians out there that are not signed to any label.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
Brilliant musicians, and as we've seen and know.
Oh yeah.
But the nature of the beast.
Great, great.
Oh.
I take my music like I take my wrestling. I take it locally, independently.
I'll leave that alone.
I support local music.
Yes, of course.
Right.
Yeah, I do as well.
Right,
So
of
a lot of
course.
people I know are on the independent music scene, so it's a lot of fun.
YBYL.
Yes.
You have any final thoughts?
Oh, are we done? I thought we were going to have another clip, but I guess
I
not.
don't know what's going on with that other clip.
Oh, we got about 4 or 5 minutes.
We got-
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right.
And you thought it was, just the two of us.
Right.
You thought it was going to
I
take
don't know, I
long.
think they're trying to say something in my ear. I don't know. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I heard something. I hope they're okay back there.
Yeah.
Right.
But
You don't think they got locked out of the building again? do
no.
you?
No.
They didn't go on their extended lunch.
I know, right?
Oh, they're telling me there's only 2 minutes left.
Ah, dos.
Go.
Do we have
Anything?
do we have a worst of the week or a best of the week? Or?
Uh,
Oh, you know what? The first announcement for the November big event, our good friend Brian Barth at the LaGuardia Plaza Hotel, the first announcement, and it's a huge one, is Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels returns to the big event. I believe it's been 2 years since we've seen Shawn Michaels in this area at
Really?
all. So back at the big event is Shawn Michaels, and if you go on to thebigeventny.com, you can find out the information on that.
and they're talking about Mr. Wonderful, too. Paul Orndorff.
I did not know that.
You did not know that. That's like, I think he's the, he's taking the role like what one of the Bushwhackers did.
Yeah.
back in
Oh,
November.
I got you. Right.
You know,
You get a free autograph
Correct.
with your admission.
Right.
And that's going to be.
He's used women wrestlers before in that capacity. I can't think of
Jillian.
Jillian Hall.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Right.
I got to interview Jillian.
You did.
That was awesome.
Right.
And I got to last time out it was Coco Beware.
Coco Beware.
But you got the interview with Bushwhacker.
I got the
And he actually
interview.
licked you.
Yes, he did.
Did you like wash that off?
Oh, I scrubbed that off. It was, yeah. Right. Hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. But at the which Sergeant Murray didn't get to was at the Danbury POW. You're going to have the opportunity to meet Tito Santana, WWE Hall of Famer, Tito Santana. So it's always fun to get out to these local shows and support. But once in a while, you get a big name that comes in, and
Lex Luger will be at a mall for PvP.
That's right,
Eastfield, I
right.
believe it was.
yeah, we talked to
Matthew James last week.
correct.
Right. He's
So,
the voice of
there's-
PvP.
Always something going on.
Mhm.
I like to see Matthew James come on down to the studio and be the voice in the studio here.
Oh yeah. Well, you said to him you're going to take him up on that.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm gonna keep twisting his arm.
But yeah, the
Once a
guys.
month.
I know it's a ride, but the guys from Pioneer Valley should come on down and check us out.
Yeah.
You hear that, Pioneer Valley? Come on down.
You heard him. Yeah. The invitation is always out there.
Yeah.
Right. It's not. You know what? To be honest, I don't think it's a matter of if. I don't think it's a. Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's a matter of
When? Yeah, it's scheduling and timing and
Exactly.
travel. Yeah. Well, you got to come up with a travel budget, fella.
We gotta get more sponsors.
You are. Want to
do.
be a sponsor? Sponsor the show. Come on.
Sponsor the show. You can do it. YBYL. I'm
30
Hollywood J. Williams. We'll have that beautiful footage next week,
Next week.
and maybe some Big Jim footage
Big
too.
Jim
Because
Anderson.
Big Jim Anderson's coming.
Yeah.
Good night. Good luck. See you next Tuesday.